quickly, we're going to go over this team fight that happened. Probably the turning point in the game where at this point, you're 4K down. It's fine. Maybe you can come back. But after this fight, they wipe you and they get Fire Giant, and it's pretty much like it's a good game. There's nothing else you can do about it. There's just too much momentum that they're going to carry into you, especially with their crazy team fighting team. Um, it's pretty much a lost cause after this. So we're going to quickly go over it and figure out why, what happened, what you could do better, and try and, figure stuff out. So we know Jingwei is currently like attacking the tower. We chose to opt for Pyromancer instead. Um, this is huge. Like, holy shit. That's a lot of damage from a level 13 onto a level 16 and onto a level 15. Um, the call here for sure is to chase, right? The problem being is how good their team fights come together. That you guys literally funneled in, and they have an Opwash ult to respond, they have a Hunbat's ult to respond, they have a Terra ult to respond, they have a Jingwei, and it's just like, once you start funneling, it's like, you're pretty much fucked at that point, because when that much is being thrown down at once, and you're a level, like for instance, you're a level 11 Odin, there's just no coming back from that, okay? You're just dead, because once you jump in, that amount of damage, there's nothing you can do. Like, no shell, nothing on earth is going to save you. No amount of mitigation is going to save you. So what we get Discordia to do big damage, okay? Discordia throws apple and misses everything, okay? Even if Discordia was to theoretically just throw the apple right now, and it goes down this hallway, it hits Cerberus or hits Terra, okay? What happens after you hit Cerberus or Terra? Like, literally nothing. You're ulting the front line. As a Discordia, you're not benefiting off of it. They don't take any damage. There's just nothing's going to happen. So that's a big problem. Even if you would have hit somebody, nothing would have came out of it, because they were literally running at you anyways. Maybe what should have happened is Naja should have ulted, while they're forced out. Maybe Naja should have ulted Terra or Cerberus, and then perhaps you guys could have blown them up when they landed, but they're so tanky at this point, it's kind of hard to make that call. It's probably not the call even then. After they get pushed out like this, Opwash, especially at 25, no, I'd say 30% HP at this point, you guys should back off, don't funnel into their team fight, and then back up to either do Pyromancer, get that win there, and do Fire Giant, okay? So what happens when you're pushing back to go do the objective and they're pushing forward? What happens is Naja should be branching off from the team, coming this direction, and then finishing off Opwash or finishing off Hunbots. Because at this point, when you resume the fight, and Terra is literally ulting in, and by the way, Terra's kind of duking it out with, well, Ardio's duking out with Terra and Cerberus at the same time, doing damage to the front line as a front line herself. She's literally wasting abilities and doing nothing. As a result, she does literally nothing. As you can see, as I explained in the coach notes, at 14 minutes, 16 minutes, one of those in, she was literally able to 1v3 and come out clean with a fucking Opwashel. What she should have done here, dash past everybody, if you were to pick this fight, dash past everyone and went straight to Opwash, because their front line would have had to sink to protect Opwash, and then your back line could have been able to do more than what they did here, because when RDO is literally wasting everything on their front line, there's nothing you can do, and then Odin just dies. There's just nothing that Banana can do. She just dies, and you're funneling into all these ults at the same time. Opwash does just so much damage, and then you also get Jingwei throws down her knockup, and Xbalanque is so far forward that when he walks forward, he literally gets knocked up into the entire team, and when you're knocked up, you can't do anything about it. Knockup's the strongest CC in the game. At this point, he's dead. Nothing he can do. Naja, literally, after everything's said and done, ults the Cerberus. All the targets, ults the Cerberus. Okay? Discordia's positioning here was fine. There's literally nothing else that Nazari could have done better, considering the amount of damage that she just did, and then she was just staying back and she was able to do what she did. But there's nothing more Nazari could have done. But Xbalanque was too far forward. Naja was literally just face fronting like everybody. Should have been flanking and looking to kill the Opwash. And then RDO was duking out with the front line, and then Odin just goes in, jumps in, and just dies because he's so underleveled. Just so much damage coming out at the same time. There's just nothing that Banana could have done. So after this fight, of course, they get Fire Giant, and it's pretty much GG. You're so far behind at this point that it's just like, they're going to get Fire Giant. Okay, we're going to pause it. We're going to look at the graphs. It's just like, at this point, it's just over. 11,000 XP, it's just over. So that's what should have happened. You guys should have backed up after you're poking out Opwash like that. Force them to come to you. Naja should have flanked, picked off Opwash, and then you guys should have fought. Simple enough? Simple enough.